From the world headquarters of Holy Mackerel Productions at the Swampwater Lounge, Health, Spa, and Winery, it's time for the Main Event radio show. The Main Event, it's homegrown, and it's good for you, and always features great entertainment from our own backyard. Hi, I'm Dan Foley. Good to have your company as we cruise the entertainment highways and byways of the Pine Tree State and beyond. So, might as well get this show on the road, huh? Let's go off down that digital highway with this edition of the Main Event radio show.
My license is suspended, I got a warrant too. I'm way behind the child support, my taxes must be due, 'cause I'm going back to Maine.
Back to Maine.
Going back to Maine.
Back to Maine.
Big city getting to my brain. Think I'm going back to Maine. I know the snow is falling, I got sneakers on my feet. I got no chance to get a job, I need a place with you. So I'm going back to Maine.
Back to Maine.
Going back to Maine.
Back to Maine.
Put me on a train, 'cause I think I'm going back to Maine. Some shore lobsters, illegal moves me too. I'm gonna go to New Hampshire, get some out-of-state booze. I'm going back to Maine.
Back to Maine.
I'm going back to Maine.
Back to Maine.
It may sound insane, I think I'm going back to Maine. I said it may sound insane, I'm going back to Maine.
start growing, get yourself hurt, they can do it better and better in the world. Gotta take you through it better and better in the world. Live like it's your very last day on earth.
Homegrown stuff is good for you. Get yours right here with the Main Event. It's radio the way it should be.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Is 13, 14 or 10. Let me grab my calculator and try that again. My math is shaky, but this much I know is true. I get 0, babe, when I divide me from you. My modifier's dangling, and I think I might blush. I'll mend my split infinitive, but I don't want to rush. I may have failed English, but this much I know is true. I'll be a wreck, baby, if I can't conjugate with you. History's written by winners, you don't hear from those who lose. That's why it's Columbus who discovered us in 1592. Don't trust those history books, but this much I know is true. Hannibal got over the Rockies, but I can't get over you. If you want the state capitals, I'll name all 40 if I can. Geography ain't my strong point, but this much I know is true. Lowest point on the earth, babe, is me without you. I hear the stars are dying, I know just how they feel. The moon is cold and lonely, but not without appeal. I'm not sure about the heavens, but this much I know is true. The sun can't sink much lower than me without you. at the gate. They'll tell me you didn't make it, and I'll mutter, great. This place supposed to be so hot, but this much I know is true. Gonna stir some trouble up here till I'm sent down to you. Down to you, oh. Down to you, oh.
Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens in a day. Smell of coffee in the morning so pleasing. How come you're gone away? Everything happens for a reason. The reason is you don't love me. He drove you to the airport. That big black Lincoln Town car. I don't know how far it is to New York City. Baby, it's way too far. You said you're gonna see your sick old daddy, but I know he lives in Arkansas. I'm gonna find myself a real fine lady, woman gonna treat me right. I'll get myself a sweet little girl, one that don't stay out all night. I walk down to the Ice Cube Lounge, get myself a drink. Sitting alone in the corner with the blues, long come Miss Pretty in Pink. Everything happens for a reason. The reason is she ain't you. Now everything happens for a reason. Everything happens in a day. Smell of coffee in the morning so pleasing. How come you gone away? Everything happens for a reason. The reason is you don't love me. The reason is you don't love me.
That's called Reason. It's from Pat Colwell on the Maine Event. And that followed one called True Blues from Slow News Day. The Mallett brothers gave us Good with the Better. That's from an album of theirs called Low Down. And getting started, it was The Savages with Back to Maine. Hope you enjoy the show. Thanks for joining me. You know, we're on the web at meradio.org. You can hit the Listen Now button right there on the home page, or our Facebook page where shows are posted as YouTube audios. This one is 0629. Main Event Radio Show, no matter how you do it, it's good to have your company. Now, we all know that veterinarians take good care of animals, and they know them top to bottom and inside and out. So they know what makes them tick, so to speak. Norbert Twichell, he knows some veterinarians, and there's a particular one that he wants to tell a story about right here. It's on the Main Event Radio Show.
I got a friend, Wilfred Grimley. He's got a dairy farm over in Oxford County, and he told me this the other day. He'd been having problems with his milk production. The milk wasn't up to what it ought to be, and he got concerned, so he called the vet, and the vet came over and he checked the whole herd out. And he said, Wilfred, he says, it's not your herd. He says, it's your bull. Wilfred said, my bull, what's the matter with him? He says, he's lost his libido. He says, oh my God, he says, have I got to buy a new bull? He says, no, he says, we can fix it. He says, you go up the house and get a 10-quart pail of hot water. So Wilfred went up the house and he got a bucket of water and he come back. And the vet opened up his valise, and he took out what looked like to be a 2-pound coffee can. And he ripped the cover off it and he shook the powder out in the bucket. And they stirred it all around, foulest looking mess you've ever seen in your life. He said, now Wilfred, he says, we've got to get the bull to take most of it down. He says, you hold it up to his snout and pinch his nostrils. He said, I'm going around back and kick him in the banjo. Well, he went around back and he gave him a kick and the bull went, and he took most of that bucket right down. Within 30 seconds, his eyes had crossed, his knees had buckled, he was down the stanchion. He says, God, Doc, he says, you killed my bull. He says, nope. He says, that's the ordinary reaction. He says, you give him 4 or 5 minutes, he'll be all right. Well, about 5 minutes later, the bull stood up, tossed his head, busted the stanchion, run out the barn door, jumped the stone fence. He serviced the whole herd that afternoon. Well, the next morning, Wilfred was telling me about it. I said, my God, Wilfred. I said, what was in that bucket? He says, I don't know. He says, but it tasted licorice.
There's a little country store in the town that I live in. They got everything you need. They've been helping me out for years now in my quest at country living. I'm trying hard now to succeed. They got beef jerky, a pickled eggs and skull, and every fishing gadget you could put down in a hole. But the most important thing you'd see is the portraits hanging of the big country three: a John Wayne, Jesus Christ, and Elvis. $22.50, pick your idol off the wall. They'd win any war you choose, then rock you up to heaven in your blue suede shoes. Yeah, the John Wayne, Jesus Christ, and Elvis. Well, they were painted a little bit too bold, with yellow and varnish and a little mold. And the ad for the big buck contest underneath. The place wasn't big on ambiance, but I tell you, when I looked up there, I just went into a trance, with them 6 big eyes staring down on my mortality. They got a bar oil, a car oil, and pinup goils, 62 varieties of Anheuser-Busch. But the most important thing you'd see is the portraits hanging of the big country three: a John Wayne, Jesus Christ, and Elvis. 2250, pick your idol off the wall. They win any war you choose and rock you up to heaven in your blue suede shoes. Yeah, John Wayne, Jesus Christ, and Elvis. Now they were all men and they were all white. Well, somehow that didn't seem entirely right. You see, Jesus was probably a fairly dark-skinned man. And I'm a big fan. And Jesus, he was also a Jew. John Wayne, he's American through and through. And if Elvis didn't have some fine African blood in him, man, I don't know who do. And as I stood there looking at the pictures on the wall, I realized an awful lot more about where we are. Yeah, the most important thing you'd see is the portraits hanging of the big country three. John Wayne, Jesus Christ, and Elvis. For 2250, pick your idol off the wall. They win any war you choose and rock you up to heaven in your blue suede shoes. Yeah, John Wayne, Jesus Christ, and Elvis. For 2250, pick your idol off the wall. They win any war you choose and rock you up to heaven in your blue suede shoes. Yeah, John Wayne, Jesus Christ, and Elvis. Ah, it was John Wayne, Jesus Christ, and Elvis. Yeah, it was John Wayne, Jesus Christ, and Elvis, baby, bring it on home.
If you expected just another pretty radio show, this is not it. It's the main event.
Rosie, you come to me in a dream I know so well. You meet me outside the cantina with guitars ebb and swell. We dance to those melodies in your Latin memories, and we kiss under the Spanish moon at midnight. We ride in the hill, splashed with pink and sand. We swim in the river, we walk hand in hand. We dance by the fireside in your warm desires, and we kiss under the Spanish moon at midnight. Oh, sweet Spanish moon rising over Adobe Plain. Oh, sweet Spanish moon, carving out your simple plan. Whoa. Spanish moon rising over Adobe Plain. Oh, sweet Spanish moon, carving out your simple plan. Whoa, whoa. Rosie, you come to me you inside the cantina with guitars ebb and swell. We dance to those heartbeats that you and I share, and we kiss under the Spanish moon at midnight. Kiss under the Spanish moon at midnight.
Spanish Moon. That's from Delco Ray on the Main Event Radio Show. Before that, we heard from Bob Lovelace and a very unique song, John Wayne, Jesus Christ, and Elvis. Those great American heroes. And Bob, you write the truth. Norbert Twichell. How about how to get that bull interested in his prospective girlfriend? You know, it's informational, it's entertaining, and it's always a good time. It's the Main Event Radio Show with me, Dan Foley. And right now, oh, by the way, we're going to visit the Vault of Vinyl in a little while. The Vault, that's where we keep our dusty old record collection, and we're going to grab a record and play something from it for you. That's coming up. But right now, here's the Don Campbell Band and Heart of a Tennessee Town on the Main Event.
Got a beat-up Chevrolet, I got a dozen red roses, I got a few soft words to say, I should have written them down. I never did much poetry, but I finally noticed that you're a sparkling diamond, the best woman I've found. Don't you think you might dance with me? We'll go to some place that plays country, where the sound of a fiddle lays down. Just wrap your arms around me, maybe just kiss me so softly in this heart of a Tennessee town. Remember Bobby Joe Ramsey tried to make you his lover, standing under that tasty freeze near the corner of town. You were only 13, we'd soon discover these precious moments would someday come around. So don't you think you might dance with me? We'll go to some place that plays country, where the sound of a fiddle lays down. Just wrap your arms around me, and maybe just kiss me so softly in this heart of a Tennessee town. Been doing some thinking about living together, and what your daddy might have to say when the word gets around. I wanna make a big family with his beautiful daughter, his sparkling diamond, the best woman I've found. So don't you think you might dance with me? We'll go to some place that plays country, where the sound of a fiddle lays your arms round me, and maybe just kiss me so softly in this heart of a Tennessee town. Don't you think you might dance with me? Go to some place that plays country.
If you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand, and nothing is going right, close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, oh, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, well, now all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will, 'cause you've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, well, keep your head together now and call my name out loud. Oh, and soon I will be knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, oh, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, well, now all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Well, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? Well, they'll hurt you and desert you. Well, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, oh, to see you again. Oh, don't you know now, winter, spring, summer, or fall, well, now all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will, 'cause you've got a friend. Oh, you've got a friend. You've got a friend.
You've Got a Friend, that old James Taylor classic with Jenny Blanche doing the singing and doing it very nicely on the main event. And that brings us to time to visit the Vault of Vinyl as promised. So we're going to reach into the vault and grab a record, see what we got queued up and ready to go here. And it's Scott Folsom from a self-titled album. And this one is called Wailing Men, about the old days. Scott Folsom as we visit the Vault of Vinyl, the main event.
For the 18th century whaling men, gone with the whales. Reason for a man who must be tried. No more seasons for the wives who wait and cry. No more teasing by the whales that pass us by. One more reason for a man to die. Yeah. Young and watching Grandpa growing old. Remember all the stories that he told. Waiting men that no one could control. Men who lived and died by waiting cold. Waiting, they were waiting men, gone forever from my Boothbay town, Boothbay town. One more drinking the rum to kill the pain. Said a thinking man with only he to blame. As a good man says, the mast shall rise again. And there's them that say that was yesterday. Waiting, they were waiting then. They're gone forever from my Boothbay town, Boothbay town. His usefulness is over, he's a waiting man. Sits and dreams and drinks his rum all day. Then you hear him say, that was yesterday. And away, and away, and away, and Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Hey.
tired scene and a dull routine, the painted face and the little dress. She didn't know it, but she was already looking for a different place and a different mess. La 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 la. So she springs the trap and her shoes they tap out indecision on the empty street. She turns around and heads back to town, the movement coming from her feet, 'cause the restless wind was blowing. Her feet, they would not say where they were going. They were just going. Da 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 da. He does the dishes and sings and he likes things pretty much the way they are. She stays at his place and he watches her kids and he drives her car. La 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 la. But the cell phone call, it seemed off the wall. She didn't know that she hadn't hung up. Now he sits in the kitchen waiting with his fingers tight around his favorite cup, 'cause the restless wind had been blowing. She and her new girlfriend, they were going. Oh, they were just going. La 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 la. So she drives to Eastport and finds a diner, and Canada's just a few miles from here. She eyes the border and makes an order, and everything seems so crystal clear. Once they rode the ferry and drove to Perry, and now he's headed back alone, sitting by the river with a charcoal pad and a couple of postcards he won't send home. Everything happens for a reason. You make one up or you seize one. You rationalize and you justify, when what you really need to do is fly. And stairs and tawdry affairs, I really had to get the hell out of Dodge. We were all the best of friends, but something had become dislodged. Now I think about her often, but I'm not so good at keeping in touch. I've been back a couple of times, but nothing seems to have changed that much. And the restless wind, it's still blowing. It tells me loud and clear, just keep going. Oh, the restless wind, it's still blowing. It tells me loud and clear, just keep going. Oh, keep on going. Da 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 da. The restless wind, oh, the restless wind.
A bit of everything, a whole lot of really good stuff, the Main Event Radio Show.
Well, I guess that I took him for granted when we were high school sweethearts. So I never told him that I loved kissed him there by the runway and got on that southbound plane. Now my heart flies me back to New England and the boy I left back in Maine. Shore of Moose Pond when he first shyly held my hand. I suppose he thought someday we'd marry, but it wasn't the life I had planned. So I kissed him there by the runway and got on that southbound plane. Now my heart flies me back to New England and the boy I left back in Maine. Now I'm lost 'neath the glitter of city lights as out of my window I stare, and I think about walking with him down an old gravel road with the spring peeper song in the air. But I kissed him there by the runway and got on that southbound plane. Now my heart flies me back to New England and the boy I left back in Maine. Now my heart flies me back to New England and the boy I left back in Maine.
There is Maranacook String Band, The Boy I Left in Maine. Nat Hussey before that. From his album called Diesel and Driftwood, we heard a song called Restless Wind. Scott Folsom and the Wailing Men before that. Well, girls and boys, it's always good to know where you're going. And it's also very good to know how to get there and what you're going to do when you get there. And those subjects are touched on right now by Coyote Kid. It's called the Maine Rap. Call it a tour guide, if you will. Coyote Kid, the Maine Event Radio Show.
I walked into the Lithgow library, over to the desk, her name was Mary. Mary, extraordinary, how does your card catalog grow? With Snoop, Augie Dog, and Peepers and Frogs and Pretty Maine. She said, do you do any rap? I said, hey, up. Hey, where you gonna take your vacation, man? I'm gonna take my time in vacation land. Top of the country, way to the right. Stop at the ocean, stay for the night. We got camping, fishing, hiking, piking, making bacon, boating, biking, mountain climbing, rapping, rhyming. You know that we always have a wicked good time in Maine. The way life could be, hey up, Maine. The way life could be. We got lobster, clams, and no black flies. Pressed cow potatoes for homemade fries. Fiddleheads, featherbeds, foliage, woo! Blackberries, blueberries, blackberries too. We got bear and deer and moose and beaver. If she don't wanna come, just cut her loose and leave her. Winthrop's hopping, Freeport shopping. Cruise Route 1 for antique stopping. Maine, the way life could be. Maine, the way life could be. From Mount Katahdin all the way to the coast. Come on, give it up, homeboy. Maine is the most. Winter skiing, snowmobiling, summer skinny dipping, and 3-4 wheeling. We got more reasons, we got 4 seasons. January's freezing and July is pleasing. Air to breathe, and you better believe that when you're in a rut, just say, hey up. Maine, the way life could be. Yup, yup, Maine, the way life could be. Yup, yup, Maine, the way life could be. Yup, yup, Maine, where the men are men
and the women are too.
Pinecone, puffin, blueberry muffin, and dog rap too.
My years alone, wandering the trails of the Bigelow Range. My friends were the rain and the summer wind. Long winter nights, the air was so mean, even my candle was cold. My fire was embers on the wane. But then she came. She's my Parmachenee Belle, a song upon the wind, a welcome wind, a song upon the wind. Parmachenee Belle. Together now, wandering the trails of the Bigelow Range, yellow hackmatack, needles in the stream. Flow, river, flow, I'm a rock on your bank with my lover by my side. The autumn wind, a friend to me. She's my Parmachenee Belle, a song upon the wind, a welcome wind, a song upon the wind. Parmachenee Belle. Parmachenee Belle.
Dragonfly into my bedroom. Was it you? 'Cause it's buzzing around my head like a hurricane. Was it you? Moonlight on my windowsill. Did it fly from the cornfield or up over the hill? 'Cause it's buzzing around my head, got me spinning here. Was it you? I don't know why you, I don't know why you, I don't know why you came to me. I don't know why you, I don't know why you, I don't know why you came to me. front porch screen, perfume on my pillowcase, empty bed in an empty room. There's a dragonfly flying and a red dress hanging from the moon. I don't know why you, I don't know why you, I don't know why you came to me. I don't know why you, I don't know why you, I don't know why you came to me. Came to me. Who let the dragonfly into my bedroom? Was it you?
That one's called Dragonfly. It comes from Ellis Paul on the Main Event. Before that, Budworms, Parmachenee, Belle. A couple of sort of romantic type songs for us there. As we wind up this edition of the original homegrown radio show, The Main Event, thanks to the station for putting us on the air. Thanks to Kevin Foley for getting the technical work done that I don't have a clue about. And thanks especially to you for joining me. Hope you're going to be here next time when The Main Event comes your way once again, whether it's on the radio, on Facebook, via YouTube audio, or at meradio.org at the Listen Now button. Till then, Dan Foley signing off. For The Main Event, a Holy Mackerel production, coming to you from the cultural center of the known universe right here in Kennebec County. Be good to yourself, be good to the folks around you, and let's all be good to the planet. We don't have a spare. Here's Tumbling Bones.